Hey folks, let's talk about how to make money in Chapter 2. Today we'll be looking at 3 different money-making strategies. 2 that are okay and 1 that is great. You can waste a lot of time trying to make money early in Chapter 2. Let's explore which is the best bang for the buck. Number 1, horse breaking and hunting. This strategy can be very time-consuming, but it's reliable and you can do it anywhere. So let's break it down. First, you have to locate wild horses, preferably a thoroughbred like this one. Then you have to break it and bring it to a stable to sell it. You can hunt along the way to make more money, but hunting is a huge time sink also. You have to locate the game, kill it, skin it, and then bring it to a butcher or a trapper. Each kill has its own skinning animation and it all adds up. Some animals are worth more in other regions. For example, an armadillo is probably worth more in Valentine than Rhodes or Saint Denis. You can make more money on horses by holding on to them for a longer period of time, by bonding them to a higher level. This thoroughbred is only level 1, so it's only worth $5.20. But if I bonded it to a higher level, it would be worth more. After you sell your horse, you can sell your pelts and your meat to the butcher in Valentine. But as I said earlier, only 3-star pelts and venison and big game are really worth selling. You can make your most money at the butcher by bringing in a 3-star carcass. Just bring the whole thing in without skinning it. By the way, what is going on with this butcher's face? Using strategy 1, I took about 20 minutes and I earned $11.95. Let's talk about our next money-making strategy. Number 2, bounty hunting. Bounty hunting is a good source of money in Chapter 2, but it is important to note that there's only 2 missions available in Chapter 2 at the Valentine Sheriff. That being said, it's still worth doing the 2 missions because they're worth a considerable amount of money this early in the game. Bounties are like their own side missions and can make you do a lot of stuff to complete them, like this Benedict Albright mission. Now with this Benedict Albright mission, I didn't cut anything out of the video, I just sped it up just to show you all how long one of these side missions, one of these bounty hunter missions can take. First you gotta rescue him off the cliff, and then he jumps in the water and you gotta chase him down. And after you chase him down, you gotta lasso him. And then after you lasso him, you gotta get him on your horse. And then after you get him on your horse, you gotta ride all the way into Valentine. And all that takes a huge amount of time. Each of these bounties can take a huge amount of time. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to make money. This bounty hunting mission took 25 minutes and I earned $50. That's not bad, right? But we can do better than that. Before we talk about strategy 3, we have to talk about Seamus. Seamus is a valuable resource for you and is by far the best way for you to make money in Chapter 2. Seamus is the fence that you unlock after completing the mission Spines of America with Hosea in Chapter 2. When you visit Seamus, you can sell all of your loot. But that's not all. You can buy all sorts of useful items like dynamite, moonshine, tomahawks, throwing knives. Certain items are locked early on in Chapter 2, like these items. You can purchase moonshine to create fire bottles. And Seamus sells lock breakers, which are invaluable tools for breaking into safes and lock boxes on wagons. At this point in the game, you can also buy the Executioner's Hood, the Cotton Sack Hood, the Metal Skull Mask, and the Psycho Mask. You can also buy the Poison Arrow pamphlets, the Homing Tomahawk pamphlet, and the Special Bitters pamphlet. Don't forget to read your pamphlets to learn the recipes. Seamus is also the source for crafting trinkets and talismans. These items require specific loot, like earrings or bracelets, and pieces of legendary animals, but they can give Arthur serious buffs to his stamina, Deadeye, and Eagle Eye. Okay, let's talk about strategy number 3, selling wagons to Seamus. This is where the real money making begins. Let's break down my wagon hunting strategy. We're going to focus our hunting at these 4 entry points surrounding Emerald Ranch. This is the most likely locations where wagons will appear. So first thing first, set up camp and camp until morning. Wagons spawn in the map most frequently in the AM. When hunting for wagons, I look for a high area and then use my binoculars to scope out wagons on the move. So let's look at the map. I'm going to head to this area at a higher elevation just to the south of here. When you're hunting for wagons around Valentine, they usually spawn every 3 to 4 minutes is what I found. My strategy for spotting a wagon around Emerald Ranch is just to bust out my binoculars like you see here and then just scan the horizon, scan the roads, look for those wagons at the 4 intersections that I showed you earlier on the map, and in no time there should be a wagon that appears. Okay, I'm going to ride to the south a little bit farther and see if I can find a wagon, and I did. It's right here. Here's our first wagon. I have some rules for capturing these wagons without a bounty or witnesses. Number 1, always capture wagons with 1 driver and no passengers. This is a great example right here. Number 2, look for possible witnesses. See these riders off in the distance? Make sure they're not coming towards you. Make sure there's no one around when you capture these wagons. Okay, number 3, lasso and hog tie the driver. Now this one was a little bit difficult, as you can see. And if you don't care about high honor, then you can just shoot him. Now look, watch this rider come in the distance. Always be aware of witnesses. If I lassoed this guy in front of him, I would have got a witness. So just be strategic about where you hog tie your drivers and where people are around you. Okay, first wagon's in the bag, and I'm returning it to Seamus here at the fence in Emerald Ranch.
Well, ain't this a lovely little thing? Deal. Don't spend it all at once.
Okay, so that wagon took me about 5 minutes to find in game, and I made $40. Not too bad, right? So let's go find wagon number 2. As I said earlier, wagons spawn relatively quickly near Emerald Ranch, and in no time we find our second wagon. Okay, this one checks all the boxes. It has 1 driver, and wait, there's witnesses. There's witnesses at the train station there, and the wagon is driving through Emerald Ranch, and there's lots of witnesses in Emerald Ranch. So I'm going to tail it until there's no witnesses. Okay, we're a little bit farther out of town, and I got no witnesses around, so here I go. I'm going to follow my rules. I'm going to hog tie the driver, and I'm going to go get the wagon and bring it back to Seamus. Some wagons that you capture will have lock boxes or chests in the back, so always check in the back of the wagons to see if there's extra loot to be had.
Very nice. I'll find a good home for this. Spend it wisely. So long.
Okay, now we're at 2 wagons, and we're at $80 total.
All right, girl.
Okay, let's find 1 more wagon. I'm gonna ride out to the high point so I can take a look up above Emerald Ranch, and there's another wagon right there. So this is the same situation as the last wagon. We're gonna wait for it to get out of Emerald Ranch and away from witnesses before we take it. So I'm gonna tail it for a little bit and wait for it to get out of town, and then I'm gonna capture it. Gotta wait for all the witnesses to get away. Okay, so hog tie this guy. You know the routine by now. Check in the back, make sure there's no chests or lock boxes, and then bring it to Seamus. That didn't take any time at all, right? Okay, now that's 3 wagons in about 4 in-game hours. We started this at 12 p.m. and now it's 4 p.m. in-game. So I think I've been doing this for about 15 minutes in real life. And we've earned 3 wagons.
This is for you.
And this wagon didn't fetch us as much money. It was $25. So now instead we've got $105 total. Let's keep wagon hunting. Okay, I want to show you an example of a wagon that you should leave alone. So we're going to look for another wagon here, and here's one coming towards us. And if you notice, it's got 1 driver, but it's also got a passenger. We're going to wait for this witness to pass. Now look in the back, that's a carriage with a passenger. So we're not gonna steal that one. Okay, here's another example of a wagon to leave alone. This will always most likely get you a bounty because there's 2 witnesses. And chasing down 2 people can often get chaotic. So don't steal a wagon like this. If you don't care about your honor and you don't care about bounties, then go ahead and kill these guys and you can just take the wagon whenever you want. Okay, here's a carriage with 1 driver and a passenger. Just to show you how crazy it can get. I'll try and steal this wagon, and you can see how bad things get. Just like the other wagons, I'm going to wait for it to get out of town until there's no witnesses. And then I'm going to lasso the driver. But watch just how fast things go back. I gotta hog tie this witness. Chase him down. And while I'm doing that, someone else sees me, so I gotta chase that guy down. I'll just let it play out for a few minutes and you can see just how much stuff you have to deal with if you're not careful.
What the heck? Listen, fine. Barely a word escapes his mouth anyways. What the hell?
Out of the way! Yeah.
This witness got really far away, but you have to chase him down or you're going to get a bounty. Now on the ride back, there's another witness that I have to deal with. Okay, that guy's dealt with. Now let's go get the wagon. Wait a minute. Where's the wagon? That's okay, we'll just take this wagon instead. Wait a minute, there was a passenger in the back. Oh no! Bentley broke my rules. Now I gotta chase down this witness. I'm gonna be a little bit nicer to this one. Okay, let's get back to that wagon. As you can see, folks, if you are not careful, you can get yourself into a lot of trouble and waste a lot of time. Always follow rule number 1. 1 driver and no passengers. Now let's get this wagon back to Seamus. But first, look in the back here. It's got a lockbox that you can use your lock breaker on. These usually have supplies, but sometimes they have money, so always check them. Okay, that's wagon number 4.
Oh, you might be interested in this. Well, ain't this a lovely little thing? Deal. Here. Pleasure.
Okay, 4 wagons for $145. Pretty good. Let's find one more.
Come on, girl.
Now, I want to take a minute to talk about wagon values. You may have noticed that some wagons will fetch you more money than others. Oil tanker wagons will fetch you the most money possible at $50 a pop. A large stagecoach, covered wagons, and open wagons usually fetch $40. Smaller stagecoaches, regular covered wagons, open wagons, Victoria coaches, log wagons, and milk wagons will get you $25. Single barrel wagons, one horse wagons, and carts will get you $15. Seamus will not buy flatbed wagons like this one, nor will he pay for bank stagecoaches, prison wagons, or police wagons. Okay, let's do one more wagon. I waited until the next morning, and then did my search again. It didn't take long to find wagon number 5.
It's on the line.
This wagon checked all the boxes. One driver, no witnesses, so I went ahead and took it.
Got something here for you.
Very nice. I'll find a good home for this. Here you go. See you again soon.
Okay, folks, let's review strategy number 3. In about 35 minutes, we got 5 wagons and $185. And I think that if you don't mess around and get yourself into trouble like I did in this video, you could make $500 per hour. I believe this is the best method to make money in Red Dead Redemption 2. You can start using it in Chapter 2 and use it throughout the entire game. Well, partners, I hope this video was helpful and you use it to make lots of money in Red Dead Redemption 2. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on notifications.